Hey, I'm making another video. The person who this is about knows that I'm making a video. This is a really long poem and I don't have it memorized, so I'll be looking at my phone. Not all the time, but right now, me and this person, we're talking about something that isn't one of my favorite subjects. And even though we're talking about what we're talking about, I'm still making a video like this. Because I care about you. Because no matter what we're talking about, I still think you're amazing. And I never say otherwise, nor would I do anything to mess that up. So yeah, here's the video. I hope you like it. And yeah. I remember the first time we talked was online. Just some gorgeous girl I talked to in my spare time. I was dating someone else during then, so I wasn't looking for anything more than friends. Then we slowly stopped talking, and later that year something happened that was shocking. Both of our relationships came to an end. We were no longer dating the person we were in love with, our girlfriends. It's kind of a coincidence it happened on the same day, like as if a higher power was trying to say to both of us it's time to move on, fall back in lust. And then one day I ran into you, and it took your necklace to jog my memory too. You were that gorgeous girl I used to talk to, and it was then that I knew. I made it a plan in my mind that one day soon I'd be able to call you mine. Immediately when I got home, I texted my sister Berlin to put your number in my phone. The next day I texted you, and it was then that my plan started to follow through. I'll skip ahead a week or so to the day when we first hung out. I was silent, but I had so much to say. That day you came to my house and spent the night. So much about that time felt so right. We stayed up the whole time watching scary stuff. Just being with you that night was more than enough. The first time I held your hand was that night, and from then on you were my shining light. I'll skip ahead to our first kiss. An amazing moment I'll never forget. After a week of talking I couldn't wait. I was so afraid of it being too late. We were in my room watching TV, and at that moment when I looked at you and you looked at me, I went in to finally kiss you. And that very moment all my dreams came true. I'll skip ahead a little more to when I finally asked you out, long past overdue, but when you said yes, I couldn't help but shout. We would hang out every day that summer and talk all night, and for a while there, never once had a fight. The only ones we had were about who is the greatest between us. Those fights I'd take without a fuss. Then school started and we saw each other a little less. But the time I did spend with you was the best. Every day at school I'd write to you in a notebook, making sure that no one, not even you, took a look. In that thing I opened up to you. I told you so many things you never knew. I remember the night I thought we wouldn't make it. My mother threatening to take our relationship and break it. After almost crying in front of you in the car, holding you the whole way back, not wanting to lose the way things are. You saying that if she tried to break us apart, you stand up to her and speak from your heart. When I finally got home and kissed you goodbye, the moment you left I began to cry, fearing for us the worst. Afraid I'll lose the girl I'm close to, it wouldn't be the first. That night I wrote pages in the notebook telling you how afraid I am to lose you too. I'll skip ahead to the day when I said the thing I was so afraid to say. I made a video with a poem and let you watch it too, and at the end of it I said, I think I might be in love with you. Those were the good days, back when we didn't fight every night, back when I didn't think everything I was doing wasn't right. Back in the day when I woke up to 30 or more messages from you, pages upon pages saying the sweetest things I've ever read to. Back when our future together looked so damn bright, and now that amazing future I thought I saw is slowly fading out of sight. I never thought I'd be the one to hear that I hurt you. I always said I'd rather die than let that statement become true. I also never thought that you'd hurt me too. But all the things that I don't want to happen usually do. The only thing we seem to agree on nowadays is when we wish we'd go back to our old ways, back to the way things were, when everything was easier. Back when we would kiss in the rain, neither one of us feeling any pain. We've come a long way since then, and we're losing sight of what made us begin. We haven't been together very long. That's why it hurts so bad that what we had is going so wrong. Back when we saw each other every day, texted every moment we were away. Then you look at how we are now, and even I don't understand how. We got to see each other once or twice a month, if that, barely texting. I want the old us back. Not being able to tell each other anything without a fight. So much stuff that's happening with us right now isn't right. I want so bad to hold you and show you I care, but it's so hard to do that when neither one of us is there. There's so much tension between us and what ifs running through our minds. It's almost been 3 weeks since I've seen you, but it feels like a lifetime. I've never had to deal with this before you, always being able to see my girlfriends anytime I wanted to. But I'm willing to adapt for you, because I'll trade seeing you all the time for losing you. We say we aren't moving forward, we're stuck in this fighting stage, with most of our conversations filled with rage. I've been in this before, and although you may say otherwise, I know one day we'll go back to the way we were when we first met eyes. We just need to hang in there and soon the storm will pass. The sun will come out, and I promise we'll make this last. So that was it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Everything in that is true, and I just wanted to say I love you.